Welcome back to Learn SKN, and today we have a quick video for you, just a video highlighting another video that was dropped by CXC on the 28th of January. And judging by the view count here, I don't think many persons would have seen this video. So I'm just gonna shed some light on this video and try to give my input as to what I'm thinking about this video. So this video is all about CXC presenting their 2021 to 2025 strategic vision. So they're updating their strategic vision. And so in a nutshell, what is happening here is CXC has decided to fully embrace technology in many aspects of their operations. So they are really leaning hard on the digital side of things, technology. So in essence, CXC is coming up to date. CXC is basically growing up, and they are positioning themselves to be able to counter any future events such as COVID that would be, that kind of disrupted the normal infrastructure. And so they are trying to stick to this, go hard on this online thing, so that if push comes to shove again, there's a platform would be resilient and strong enough to bounce off any of those disruptions with older analog technology. The CXC want to become a major player on the regional scene and not just in education alone. That's what I'm gathering from this first intro here. So they want to go beyond education and have an impact in other facets of regional life and not just education only. All right, so you see they have the little flowchart going on here, the digitized educational system. And so digital technology, that's what I'm saying, they're all leaning hard on digital technology now. So they want to be influential on learning, assessment, teaching, the whole triangle they want to be a part of. So they're already a part of our teaching strategies. Assessment is normally theirs. I mean, they don't want to control the final assessment for me finish high school, but I think they are trying to say they're going to alter different ways of assessing the students. So I guess we're going to have more information at our fingertips thanks to CXC. So they're going to put a lot of their resources. So I'm assuming they're going to put more test-related resources, syllabus-related resources, study guide-related resources at your fingertips with their e-learning system. So you're going to be able to, they have something similar right now where they have their hub. So you can go onto their hub and you navigate and learn certain things using their hub. So I'm guessing they're going to, enhance what was already there with their deployment of their e-learning system. So, but we just have to wait and see how deep they're going to go with this thing. But seems a little. I'm gonna wait and see. It seems what they're saying here is that they are going to give teachers and students access to their e-learning system, their e-testing systems, their e-testing platforms, so that the only time you see it is not just during exam time. So I'm guessing it's going to be available all year round, and you can maybe have mock tests and that kind of thing, and those kind of things that you can use to familiarize yourself with the e-learning system, because it seems as though they're going again hard with this e-learning aspect of things. They were trying it out for years, and then COVID forced them to fast track whatever plans they had, and so now they realize, okay, it worked, it was kind of successful for them on certain levels, and so they're going to go more into it. And this time, we're not going to just see or hear about it during exam time. It seems as though they are saying it's going to be available to teachers, to students, like on demand. Well, so far, that plan there sounds good on paper. But if anything we learned from last year, we know that they got a lot of work to do. CXC got a lot of work to do, especially in a lot of these areas. Flexibility, responsive. They have a lot of work to do. Proactive, people had to basically force them to review exams and things like that. So they have a lot of work to do. Integrated, they're already a part of our regional system. CXC is almost the premier examination body. So the integration is there. Flexibility, I'm not too sure about that. CXC has never been flexible, but they say they're going to work towards that. So that's good. Responsive, I hope they respond in a more timely manner than they did last time. And they said proactive, so I'm hoping we don't have to hold their feet to the fire again for them to actually do something when people have issues. So this one is very interesting. Expand market share into regional and international markets. So I think CXC might try to be a significant examination body in other regions, not just the Caribbean. So that would be an interesting line of development. So let's see how that goes. That would be interesting if you can go to America or England or wherever, somewhere else around the world, Latin America, and use your CXC passes. You might be exempt from certain, I mean, it happens in certain instances, but it might be broader exempt from credits because you have covered certain things and at Cape level and things like that. So them expanding into international markets, it's an interesting move. But you hear what they're saying? It's just to, you know, make sure they make the money, make sure they make the buck, so they can hedge against something happening in the Caribbean, which is a small dish. You know, Caribbean is a small area. So if something goes down in the Caribbean, they will be able to bolster themselves by having their hands in different markets, like so a lot of those multinational companies do. Make sure you have your hands in areas. So one economy might be weak here, and next one is strong over here, could help bolster the whole system. Again, I guess they would have learned from COVID, and so COVID, we have hurricanes regularly also. Sometimes structures get destroyed, but COVID in particular, where we couldn't go in face to face, you realize that they needed the e-platform. So I guess transitioning to a full-on e-platform, a real robust e-platform, would be a good move to mitigate against those kind of risks, disaster risk, natural man-made disasters. This would be a good thing for them to do in the future. Okay, so I'm hoping they're saying that they will be flexible enough not to just stick to the online system, because a lot of persons have poor internet systems, poor internet services. Access, the digital divide is a real thing, and everybody have the same access to technology, to laptops, to tablets, to phones, and those things. So I'm hoping that when they're saying that inclusive, it means that there's a way to help all stakeholders, those who have it and those who don't have it. Okay, so I guess if they're making enough money, they can ask maybe a Flow or Digicel or whoever to help them with the infrastructure in terms of, you know, internet services, satellites, all those kind of things that would help to build and maintain a strong network system, so that if disaster was to strike again, they would be able to stand up during that time of disaster. Good luck with that one. Political risk. Good luck with that one. Actually, I don't want CXC venturing in no kind of political arena in no way, shape, or form. We don't want any one country influencing the outcome of nothing. No exams, no tests, nothing. We don't want politics in this thing, because those with politics, with power, with money, they might have the most influence. And so I really don't want to see that path. I want them to be independent outside of any of these political nonsense. So they have a new vision and mission statement. So their vision statement: a digitally transformed enterprise providing quality, relevant, and globally recognized education services. And a new mission statement: we develop the human capital of our Caribbean people through partnerships for global competitiveness. I like that. I like them. Right? Now it's something to live up to it now, and let's see if they can. But this move, I like the direction they are going in, well, at least on paper for now, because technology is the way to go. Being digital is the way to go. Right now, the old way of things, we see what happened. We see the limitations of the old way of things. Now we have to help everybody to catch up and reduce the digital divide, so that everybody can be on a fair playing ground. So I love their vision statement, their mission statement. If they live up to it, that would be grand. Okay, so they outline their value factors and strategic themes to help them to accomplish their vision and mission statements. And so they say quality, validity, accuracy, fairness, and relevance. Very interesting. These are some big words, especially validity, accuracy, fairness, because we all know the last exam cycle was a mess. And so let's hope that they hold true to these words. Customer centric. Again, I guess they would have seen their weaknesses from last time. COVID taught them a harsh lesson, because a lot of people reach out to them. The reaction wasn't the best. Their responses wasn't the best. They weren't timely. It was awful experience, awful customer service. Some people didn't get a refund. Some people got charged more than they're supposed to. It was a mess. So for them to be more customer centric would be a good thing. That's a move in the right direction. Let's hope it comes true. Innovative. Okay, that's a subjective term in a sense. So I guess is the way they're gonna use the e-platform and things like that. Let's see if that works. Reliable platforms, technology platforms. Again, remember, we don't want something happening and CXC platform gone down, right? So we don't want that happening. We hope that they have a robust, strong system that We don't want any hacking going on. We don't want all of a sudden grades gone missing, people name out the system. Maybe, something we might hack and then get all ones or something, things like that. We don't want anything like that happening. So let's hope that they have a reliable platform that can withstand the barrage that's out there. People are scrupulous, people are terrible. Even America, grids getting hacked and things like that. So CXC better know what they're doing. Because we don't want, they say they were having problems with people selling certificates recently. We don't want any hackers going on and doing any damage. So let's make hope that they have a reliable and strong and secure platform. So let's break down these 4 things that they're talking here about. So they say reposition CXC as a regional enterprise. Of course, we already know CXC as the regional body as it relates to examinations. But they, as I said before, they want to go beyond that. They don't want to just be about education. They want to be so much more. They want to have their hands in a lot more things than just education. They want to be an enterprise. Right? When they use the word enterprise, I'm hoping they're not going to start charging higher, because, when you're talking about profit motive, that's a whole different ballgame. But anyway, I digress. Brand awareness campaign. So they're going to launch a brand awareness campaign. They try to relaunch CXC as this regional enterprise, as opposed to just the examination body. They want to be known for more than just that. So they're going to launch a brand awareness campaign. So look out for that, I guess. They said lead educational transformation. So they want to be, again, they want to have their hands in teaching, the way children learn, the way assessment is carried out. They want to be the thought leaders, so they want to be the ones provoking thought throughout the Caribbean. They want to be the ones who bring in new ideas to the Caribbean. They want to police influence. So, again, this is CXC putting their foot in areas that they haven't before, such as they're already in the assessment, but teaching and learning. So, before, most teachers' colleges would have some UE component. So I'm guessing they want to have a stronger say in how the course outline or whatever is created for teaching practice and teachers education and things like that. They want to build different learning platforms, so they want to influence the way in which students are able to learn. And of course, assessment, they already are part of the assessment system, but I guess they want to go deeper and change the way in which assessments are done, or add to what is already being done. This last part here, redesign and create innovative products. So they are saying they're going to revamp their syllabus and they're going to look at different ways to implement different subjects, new assessment projects. Like I said before, it might not just be tests only, but you might be able to assess children other ways, not just tests and exams and those things. So that's interesting. So you might see them offering more subjects, different types of subjects, rebrand, reboot current subjects and things like that. So let's just wait and see. So again, this is CXC leaning hard on the e-transition framework. So this is how we're going to implement this thing. So electronic assessment across all suites of examinations. So they're saying that they're going to find some way to electronically test across all their examinations that they have out there. So again, them with the e-platform, the e-testing. Establishing of a EQ bank, so I guess an electronic question bank, to expand its authoring capabilities, including technological enhancement. So I guess you're going to be able to access questions online. Now, does this mean that multiple choice questions might not be available anymore? The hard copies? That might be interesting. They might just all be online, and so you may not ever have a hard copy multiple choice eventually. That sucks, but it is what it is. A new e-testing system to reduce or eliminate manual intervention currently needed. Same thing. You're trying to get rid of paper, get rid of face-to-face, just stick to the e-learning platform, e-testing, everything online, everything electronic. An e-proctoring strategy to provide an alternative tool for completing examination online. Again, I guess this might be them looking into paper tools also. Some way of getting paper tools done online, which again would be an interesting move. And you realize that the future of past papers might be locked away. You realize that might be happening. You might not ever have any past papers again if they have their way. So no hard copies, no nothing. Everything CXC holding close to the chest. That might be problematic for some of us who rely on past papers to pass, but I don't know. There still might be a chance that they would have past papers out there, but I guess they would assess and see which areas, which institutions might require e versus manual, and so we'll see about that. On-demand testing strategy to provide the ability for candidates both visually and internationally to write exams. Okay, so it's a very interesting one. they're saying that instead of waiting for exam season, well, that's based on what I hear, instead of waiting for exam season, May, June, whatever, January, you might be able to get your tests on demand, right? So you don't have any exam season anymore. So you study, when you feel you're ready, you go, take the test, and you move on. You don't have to wait until June, July just to cram and stuff like that. You take your own time, take the test. When you're ready, you go online, do what you got to do. That's why I'm reading from this one. Very interesting. E-certification via blockchain technology. So CXC is venturing into blockchains. Wow, this is really future thinking, futuristic. So CXC is going to double with blockchain. You know, in the blockchain, that's like your Bitcoin and that kind of stuff. The whole technology where you can independently go and allow people to see your certification. Not anybody can tamper with them, because you're gonna see if the blockchain was tampered with. You can tell it's somewhat tamper-proof in a sense. So that is why they would be able to confidently use this technology. So again, you are everything online again, so you might be able to handle your own registration. We don't know, but I mean, right now it's online. Registration and those things are online, but I guess they're gonna bring everything together so that you can have the same platform for registration as you will have for results and things like that. So you'll see the same platform instead of you having to register using one platform and then view your results on another platform. They're gonna integrate everything, and so you very well might be able to sign in with your password or whatever, register for the exams, same account, you're gonna see results and things like that. So that would be good. Well, if anybody can follow the plan, please let me know, because this is a lot of things. There's a whole heap of things there. All kind of flow charts and numbers and things. Yeah, it's just a little too much, right? You know, I guess that ain't for us. That's for corporate level and that kind of stuff. Alright, so that's it for CXC and their video highlighting CXC 2021, the next 5 years, the strategic plan for the next 5 years. So let's see what comes of it. We'll hold their feet to the fire as usual, and we'll be here to know. Well, I guess, you know, those who are in first farm would right now, by the time they reach fifth farm, they would see the end of this. So they'll be able to better see, you know, look back and say, okay, that's what they had in mind. Did it work? Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. But let me know what you think. You know, comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about their new strategic plan. Let me know what you think about them leaning so hard towards digital and online. I know digital is the future, but you know, a lot of questions are still in the air. Are they able to do it? I mean, there's a lot of questions. So let me know what you think about this whole thing, and you can get, of course, get this video on their website. If you go to CXC's website, you can get the video, and you can watch it in your own time and get your own assessment. All right, so that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. You know what to do now: like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.